Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Lord Havoc. If you're a fan of Black Ops 6 and the classic grind map from Black Ops 2, you're definitely in for a treat today. We're going to talk about that grind OOZE. It's a reimagined version that's got a whole new vibe with a TMNT crossover twist. From neon graffiti to hidden Easter eggs, this map is packed with nostalgia and a fresh surprise. I'll be breaking down the layout, key spots, strategies to dominate, and of course, sharing my thoughts on how this map stacks up against the original. If you're enjoying this so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Now, let's get into it. Grind OOZE may look familiar to fans of the original grind map, but it brings a whole new level of atmosphere with its TMNT crossover. Everywhere you look, you'll find iconic TMNT references, from the Foot Clan logo spray painted on the wall to neon green OOZE puddles scattered around the park. And who can forget the pizza boxes hidden in some of the most unexpected places? It's a nice touch for fans of the franchise. This map is small to medium in size, which means expect fast-paced action. It's built for quick rotations and movement is key here. The ramps and half pipes are the stars of the show, making it all about fluid motion. Whether you're jumping between ledges, sliding around corners, or using the height to your advantage, cover is sparse, so you've got to be on your toes, holding angles and constantly moving to avoid becoming an easy target. This map rewards SMG players. For me, I sling the AR because if you got the right setup, but anyone with an aggressive running gunplay style. Alright, let's talk about the must-know areas for any player looking to control the flow of the game. Half pipe, it's definitely a hot zone. This is the heart of the map, right in the middle, and it's where the majority of the action is definitely going to happen. The elevated platform is going to give you an edge in gunfights, but there's barely any cover. If you're holding this area down, you're basically controlling the tempo of the match, but do not get comfortable. Again, you're open, enemies are coming in from all sides. The store. The indoor store is definitely a nightmare for anybody not prepared for close quarter combat. Shotguns, SMGs, quick reflexes will serve you well. It's a small area, so expect a lot of chaos. Get in and out quickly. If you're not careful, you might find yourself trapped in the crossfire. The full pipe tunnel flank route. If you're like me and liking the flank, telling you, it's gonna be your best. It's narrow, tight space, deadly for anybody not paying attention. Throw in a grenade or use a proximity mine to force enemies into tight corners. Make sure to use a suppressor. If you want to remain stealthy while moving, use the suppressor. The outdoor skate ramps, vertical play. Pay attention, guys. The ramps outside are perfect for gaining the high ground. Players who move fast can use these to reposition quickly, get out of tight spots, or launch into aggressive pushes. These are the areas where you'll be jumping, sliding, and catching enemies off guard from above. If you want to dominate on grind, here are a few strategies that'll give you the edge. Master your movement. This map is all about fluid motion. Sliding, jumping, quick strafing will keep you out of the enemy's sights. If you're standing still for too long, that's an easy way to get picked off. Now, you need to pick a right loadout. The Krig C and the Jackal PW are solid picks. You could use the M4 like I'm using on grind. They're versatile enough to handle mid-range encounters while still packing a punch in close quarters. If you're more of a shotgun person, bring the Street Sweeper, but you gotta get up close to make it count. Roll the half pipe. This is a risk-reward spot. Me personally, I like to stay out of there, but if you can lock it down, you can dominate the match. Enemies are going to come at you from every direction, so don't get comfortable. Use the position wisely, be aware of the flanks. If you know how to flank, flank smartly. The full pipe tunnel is a solid route for sneaky plays. Excuse me, I'm a little coming over the sickness. But anyways, if you're not the only one thinking of it, experienced players will know what to look for. Move fast, consider using dead silence to stay off the radar. Use your kill streaks wisely. UAVs are essential on this map since it's small. You want to know where your enemies are at all times, right? And if you're really feeling cheeky, use a counter UAV to mess with their vision and throw them off their game. One of the biggest things to keep in mind with grind is how the game flow shifts. And I mean, I say this with every game we play. It's about the flow. You gotta take control of the flow. If you're playing against aggressive rushers, expect non-stop engagements in the half-pipe store. If the lobby's more strategic, you might see players holding down key power positions, waiting for mistakes. Camping. Hate camping. This means you guys are going to have to adapt though. If you find yourselves constantly getting picked off in the open, slow it down, use cover, pre-aim. Just sprinting into gunfights, on the other hand, it's not going to get you anywhere. If you're against a more passive team, push aggressively, take control of the map, keep them on defense, but do it smart, I guess. Don't forget either, grind is all about spawn knowledge. Since this is a small map, spawns will flip constantly. If your team suddenly clears one side, expect enemies to start pushing from the opposite within seconds. The spawn points are horrible in this game. It's within seconds. Stay aware. Anticipate the flip and position yourself accordingly. Compared to the other Black Ops 6 maps, Grind does play faster. It's not as chaotic as Stakeout, but definitely more intense than mid-sized maps from Call of Duty like Plaza, or it shares familiar flow to map kind of like Nuketown, you know, small, fast, perfect for aggressive play. The difference though is that Grind has more vertically than traditional small maps. The ramps, pipes, you know, all that right there allows for movement-based gunfights, which means skilled players can outplay opponents just by using the height of the map vertically, the angles, all of it, to take advantage. If you're used to maps that are mostly flat, this one is going to force you to adjust. We'll just say that. You're gonna have to adjust that playstyle. Grind is easily one of the most exciting additions to Black Ops 6 so far. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's exciting. Whether you love the fast-paced action, the TMNT crossover, or just enjoy testing your movement skills, the map definitely delivers. It's got the right mix of nostalgia and fresh mechanics to keep things interesting. But what do you guys think? You like this version of Grind better than the original, or do you miss the classic feel of Black Ops 2? Personally, I think the rework does a solid job of keeping that nostalgic energy while adding enough fresh elements to make it feel that, to make it feel that brand new, you know what I mean? That face-paced movement, the tight engagements, vertical play, makes this map a perfect fit for people like me, the aggressive play style. But at the same time, you gotta know how to position yourself, control key areas, and still dominate without having to constantly sprint into gunfights. That's what makes a great map. It rewards both playstyle. I'm really curious to see how the community adapts to it over time. Will it become a fan favorite like the original, or will it be one of those maps people either love or hate? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What strategies have been working the best for you? What loadouts are your go-to picks? And if you enjoyed this breakdown, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn that notification bell on so you don't ever miss anything. I've got more coming, including deep dives into other Black Ops 6 maps, weapon guides, and even upcoming tournament breakdowns. Up until next time, keep grinding, keep improving, and I'll see you out there. Stay safe.